start of the new financial year. You all know that tomorrow the MSC for Finance will be taking the budget. So every MSC must be on alert and understand what the budget means for the department as the department finalizing their policy issues. We know that it's important that we do this exercise and fill these gaps as quick as possible so that everyone is around. We welcome the report of the public protector on the investigation of a complaint by the Government of Goods and Services by the State Department of Transport, Safety and Liaison from CETA events. In the report, the public protector found that the allegations that the MEC is improperly involved with Ukano travel events, CETA events, Yoka Lodge, and acts of right and influence awarding of tenders to them by the departments of the PCK or the Shell government are not substituted. With regards to findings against officials of the departments, MECs are encouraged to implement the remedial actions according to the required process, and this includes engaging officials indicated in the report. The MEC Tukana Kotiwe was verified, her reputation attacked by individuals who claim that she was corrupt. This report puts those claims.
People with evidence must report it to the investigation. It is very important because allegations are investigated to get to bottom of every claim. And this report from Public Protector proves the point. Thank you very much.
Ngosi Premier, we will now take questions from members of the media. You get a chance to ask Mabuyan. So, who's going first? Huh? Okay, going once. Kamel.
Good morning, Premier. There were reports about the move for MEC Meth to health, I think in the dispatch last week. And the reports were saying she was reluctant to move to that department. So do you think it's wise to move someone who has shown a sign of resistance towards taking a certain portfolio? And secondly, what has necessitated the reshuffling of the MEC for Human Settlement? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Second one, Younger. And then Embago Younger, Hassan.
Thanks a lot, Mawa. Good morning, Premier. I just wanted to find out if MEC Meth has any background with health sector. Because experience has shown by Ibaleki like the portfolio Ayakube. Thanks.
Okay, Asanda.
Okay. Premier. Just two questions from my side. That on the issue of the appointment of Umamu Meth to the health department, you just mentioned that the department is full of like historic challenges and so on and all the troubles. What can you say is your immediate mandate that you have given to MEC Meth to do in the department? And also on the public protector's report, can you guys make that report? Are you going to make that report public? Can we have a copy of that report, please? Yeah, okay.
Okay, I think if the report you can get it from the public protector. Any other hands, colleagues? Tayman? Okay. Premier, I'll invite you to the stage to respond to the questions. Can we sanitize? Okay.
Thank you very much, JJ. I'm not sure how reliable are your sources on the reluctance. What I know is that the process of deployment is not an event. We embark on a process that seeks to look at all the scenarios at play and what we are also looking for to ensure that we get the right people into that. In the discussion that has been ensued in the last 2 weeks, there would have been a lot of names thrown around. If you would have been misinformed like that, it's unfortunate. Yes, everyone will always be comfortable to be where a person is, would understand that she just had a year and a half in the department where she was, and at the point of getting your foot, you probably get this kind of course, disorganizing for any human being. But Comrade Meth has been one of the disciplined comrades of the ANC. She has never refused to be taken anywhere. She has been a mayor, and she was removed as a mayor at her peak with comfort of doing what she was doing, and taken here. She never complained. Even at this time around, she never complained. Yes, I know we have been looking at a number of such kind of individuals at our disposal. On removal of or the redeployment of MEC Peters, what necessitated, it's a vacancy that has been created at the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development. So it necessitated the movement. But also we had other issues in the department that relate on how the department is focused. And we're dealing with such kind of issues in a manner that we actually respond to challenges that we had in the department without necessarily saying the challenges were more of the MEC, not at all. That is not the case in point, but to ensure that every department is actually working well. You're looking at the chemistry that we are always looking for between the HODs and the MECs, and we're dealing with those matters. We're following those matters, and surely where there are still issues of consequence management to be applied, and they will still be applicable. But now we are responding to the vacancy that has been created, looking at people and skills at our disposal. We thought that MEC Peters can really do better in the new deployment where we are taking her to. The experience of MEC Meth in the health sector, younger, we are definitely not looking for a doctor. We have got enough doctors. We have got enough nurses. We need them in hospitals, actually, more than anywhere else. We need leaders in that department who are equal to the task. The challenges that we're speaking about that are historical actually really have been evolving. You would understand it's one of those departments that probably in the last 20 years, 26 years of our democracy would have had so many, if not closer to 10 MECs because of what has been happening in that department. We've been having doctors there, we had nurses there, we have tried all tricks around that. The point that we have is to really deal with actual problems in the department and stop dealing with symptoms. So we need a leadership that we know that will be diligent, that will be hands-on. Yes, for your information, MEC Meth had a lot of exposure in the health sector. She has been involved in the primary health care. She might not have been a nurse per se, but she has been leading that sector on actually a number of platforms. We can share that information with you for your leisure, but she's a person that we believe out of what actually we have, she can do much better, knowing what kind of a character with expertise and capability she has. In actual fact, I wanted to reshuffle me. I wanted to go there to that Department of Health, and those are two departments that I'm so interested to be deployed at one day, Department of Education and Department of Health, because I believe those are two departments that definitely need every passion, every activism from a leadership point of view, but also lead everyone. There are weaknesses in the Department of Health are glaring. at a much more managerial level, but also structural, how the department is actually organized with your hospital, with your sub-district, with your district, with your head office. When same matter comes from a district which is led by a chief director, when it gets into the head office, it gets to a particular director that deals with that particular. So how the department is organized, there's a lot of us to do. That's exactly what we would want MEC Math to look at it as an immediate task. How are we moving? As we were dealing with that with MEC Gomba, pushing it, we have agreed that this is exactly the problem that we have. And we need managers. A doctor can be a manager, a nurse can be a manager, a doctor can be a politician. But if you are looking at managers, at least you must have a training of being a manager, not just being a doctor, because we need doctors in the hospitals. But we have got doctors there, DDGs are doctors, chief directors are doctors, and almost as you go down are nurses leading different programs. But we need a managerial capability for us to turn around that department. And this is exactly what we are going to be looking at, assessing every individual in that department. Education and health, these are two departments that have brought Section 100 into this province in the previous administrations. We have been visited here not once by Section 100 from national because of lack of capability of managing challenges and dynamics in those departments. So we're looking at those where the MECs that have been at health, who are not doctors, who best performed. I don't want to compare the employees of our organization, but we know differences that we have seen at some point when we had MECs that can be effective leaders. We want effective leaders there. We don't want people who are going to be sleeping on the duty. I think the kind of work that also MEC Gomba was doing there was quite impressive for us, actually talking to the really issues, those penetrative issues that create discomfort to people. We're trying to make it a point that health is not going to be a comfort zone for anyone. Hence, we are there. Myself, I'm actually there to ensure that that department moves forward. So we believe that with all the exposure of MEC Math, from a primary healthcare point of view, leading from the district point of view up to the province, has been actually interacting indirectly with the healthcare space. So the immediate task is to get the department functioning, is to address the issues, the corporate issues of the department. The real challenge in the Department of Health are not really the core mandate that you would actually be expecting in the department, are really issues of corporate services, how you are actually addressing those historical issues that have been there, the issues of lack of nurses, lack of doctors when you need them, all those kind of issues. That department is the Department of Health. The preoccupation must be the Department of Health. We must address the health core function, core mandate of that particular department. So that's exactly what we are trying to do. And we're committing ourselves to the people of this province. I know the agricultural sector might feeling disappointed. MEC Math was active because she had a support from the entire collective. The EXCO, she had a support from the organization that deployed here. She had support from the people of Eastern Cape. We are still there. And the Premier himself has been actually dirtying his hands to be on the ground to ensure that we elevate the agricultural sector. So we still expect the department, the officials that are in the department to support the new MEC. We need leadership. We need visionary leadership. And we are not going to have much time to really nurse and pamperize each other and play around all these other feelings that people have. We don't have time to really showcase our feelings there. We have time to work. Everyone who's given a chance to work, that person must work. Be it an MEC, be it an HOD, be it a general worker or an employee in the department. As I've been saying consistently, that we are all privileged, we are a privileged few, we are given an opportunity to lead our people. And we can't afford a task that we have been given, you must actually excel and perfect it. A day in politics is enough. A week in politics is enough. A month in politics is enough. A year, you can't expect people to spend much more time for them to understand the sector. You are expected to be a jack of all trades in the political space, but also being a master of everything. Wherever you ascend, your leadership capability must demonstrate that you are a perfect leader that is needed. So as politicians, you are not really trained to be this. You can be deployed anywhere, and your flexibility, your leadership capability, your vision must always come out. What is important is to embrace everyone, is to rally, is to create chemistry. We have a problem, really. I must talk about it as well briefly. This issue of people who are given strategic position in departments, they start going opposite direction, be it an HOD or MEC. We really don't have that time. Our people are waiting for services out there. It has affected us negatively here and there, so we're dealing with those kind of issues. We are continue going to be intolerant or impatient about such kind of issues. When you wake up in the morning going to work, you must know that you will rededicate, you will redouble your effort to the service of our people, nothing else. We don't want people who are at work simply because they want to be loved. They want to get PMTS, they will do everything that is being said. We want people who must focus and deliver, make sure that the mandate of that department constitutional is achieved. The electoral mandate that we promised our people over the next 5 years will also be attained. Thank you very much. And now I'm going to the chiefs. They are waiting for me. Thank you. No, not case of chiefs. Going to the order. Aye. So sit down. Sit down.
Okay, thank you, Premier. We will now move to the second part of our program, the swearing in of the MECs by the Judge President. If we can just take a few minutes, they will walk up just now. Thank you.
Where does the people?
They're coming to MECs. MECs are coming to the MECs.
Council Papa, Happy International Women's Day. And Papa, may one of those. Yeah, It looks like this podium is left now unattended. Judge President, we all know him. Judge President Mbenenge, our Eastern Cape Judge President. is here to do or to officiate this swearing in of the new MECs. Akanandininzi azayithetha uzawuya straight pha kule ndawo swearing in. I'm not sure, JP, whether you are going to do it there or you will come here and they come. So I wanted to give you this stage. Just wanted to usher you to the stage so that you can do your work better from here. You're welcome.
Thank you, Premier. Protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, I wish to call forward Nonxeba Konsiwe to come forth so as to be sworn in. Come this way, ma'am. So that it's audible. You've got, all right. You'll supply her. You'll face that way slightly. Yeah, thank you. All right. You can then take the oath, ma'am.
I, Nonxeba Konsiwe, solemnly swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa and obey, respect, and uphold the Constitution and all other laws of the Republic. And I undertake to hold my office as the member of the Executive Council of the Province of the Eastern Cape with honor and dignity, to be a true and faithful councillor, not to divulge directly and indirectly any secret matter entrusted to me, and to perform the functions of my office conscientiously and to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Thank you. I, Selbin Benenge, acting in my capacity as Judge President of the Eastern Cape Division of the High Court of South Africa, and having been duly designated by the Chief Justice of the Constitutional Court thereto, certify that in accordance with the provisions of Section 135 and Item 5 to Schedule 2 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa 1996, have duly administered the above-mentioned oath to Nonxeba Konsiwe on this occasion. Come forward, ma'am. Your signer. You too can sign. Now there's Kamangel. Thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations. May I next call Noma Kosazana Meth. Likewise.
I, Noma Kosazana Meth, solemnly swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa and will obey, respect, and uphold the Constitution and all other laws of the Republic. And I undertake to hold my office as the member of the Executive Council of the Province of the Eastern Cape with honor and dignity, to be a true and faithful councillor, not to divulge directly and indirectly any secret matter entrusted to me, and to perform the functions of my office conscientiously and to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. I, Selbin Benenge, acting in my capacity as Judge President of the Eastern Cape Division of the High Court of South Africa, and having been duly designated by the Chief Justice, certify that I have, in accordance with the provisions of Section 135 and Item 5 to Schedule 2 of the Constitution of the Republic All right. Then finally, Nkubela Peters.
Nkubela Peters solemnly swear that I will be faithful to the Republic of South Africa and will obey, respect, and uphold the Constitution and all other laws of the Republic. And I undertake to hold my office as a member of the Executive Council of the Province of the Eastern Cape with honor and dignity, to be a true and faithful councillor, not to divulge directly and indirectly any secret matter entrusted to me, and to perform the functions of my office conscientiously and to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Thank you. Let me do my part. I, Selvin Benenge, acting in my capacity as Judge President of the Eastern Cape Division of the High Court of South Africa, and having been duly designated by the Chief Justice of the Republic of South Africa, certify that I have, in accordance with the provisions of Section 135 and Item 5 to Schedule 2 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, duly administered the aforementioned oath to Nkubela Peters on the occasion of her appointment as MEC for the portfolio of Rural Development and Agrarian Reform of the Eastern Cape Provincial Government. You may come forth, ma'am. Thank you very much. Congratulations. The Premier unubamba isandla naye, so ungadlula phambili. Well, that serves to conclude my task. I can only say an oath is a covenant, an oath is a commitment. The constituency that we are serving will be looking at us to see to it that that which we committed ourselves to do today, we in fact bring to fruition. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Then that concludes. Are waiting for us. Thank you so much. Sit down.
Beg and Japan.
Okay. Sifake izinto right ke ngoku. Yanazi banisile mana uthethe ugeza ngoku amama.
We can do interviews prior,